Warning! Brightside Masks RPG contains content that is not suitable for younger audiences and might be triggering to some, including strong language, violence and gore, and mature and sensitive topics. Please review the on-screen warnings before enjoying the show!
The setting is right after school one day. Brightside lets out, and Lucid usually runs off on their own doing God knows what. Today, however, Lucid took a different route home. Decided to stop at the Dungeons and Drive-Ins. Burst through the door and ran up to the prize counter, where a very annoyed Kifah looked up from her comic.
Hey, Nina! You got the goods?
Yes, I get the goods every single week, Lucid. She tosses Lucid a comic.
What? No way! They're bringing back Shrieking Nightmare? I haven't heard about this guy in, literal years, man! Do you think it's somehow linked to, the real-life villain? Because that would be awesome, but also really bad. Don't spoil it for me!
I wasn't planning on it. If you want my honest opinion, I hope it's all fake. As fun as it is to see them in action, I don't know, sometimes it just gets too real and I don't want it to happen.
I guess, but that just raises the stakes, it just makes it even more intense! But yeah, I guess. Tragedy sucks or whatever. Hey, Pyro!
Lucid calls to a character that is actually at the kitchen beyond the little cafeteria area. A literal flame human peeks out and waves.
Yo! Okay, I don't know what time the game starts, but I'll try to be there as soon as I can. I got something I gotta do first.
Pyro sort of nods and calls back like, yeah, no worries, it starts at 7. And Lucid charges out. Scene sort of melts away into the graveyard. The Halcyon Bay graveyard. Not as somber as you would believe, it's actually quite sunny, very peaceful. Lucid sort of paces along a pathway they don't even have to look at to know where they're going, because they come here very often. They're sort of reading their comic, reacting obnoxiously out loud at every single page, before they finally plop down and rest their back against a large grave.
Yeah, sounds pretty fake. But it's fun, I guess.
Lucid closes the comic book and sets it down, sort of being normal for once, being quiet, staring up at the sky.
Is it weird that I still come to, talk to you guys? I don't know. It feels weird sometimes. I just don't have anyone else to talk to, so... And I don't know, I just think it's total garbage just to act like you're gone forever. I don't feel like that's true. I mean, it is Halcyon and crazy things happen all the time.
Lucid sort of pauses. They're definitely tearing up a little bit.
I just don't understand. Maybe if I understood why bad things happen to me all the time, then maybe I'd be able to deal with it a little better. But it just keeps happening, and I can't make it stop. So, I just gotta stay strong, because that's what you want me to do, right?
Lucid waits for a response that is probably never going to come, before nodding to themselves.
Yeah, I'll just keep doing what I think is right. This is like a dream come true. All of this, even if it's the worst case scenario. I have Day. I'm gonna be the next dream catcher. I'm gonna be a big-time hero, or a big-time villain, or not. There's just so much I can do, and it's just, I'm in Halcyon City, and nobody's gonna find out about us before. Because if they do, then I don't have a chance. I'm sorry, I know you wanted that out of me. I know you wanted to be just like you, Dad. But I can't. We all know I'm not good at it anyway. And this is what I'm good at. I mean, when the city was attacked, I took down so many bots. It was so awesome. And then I got to fight right alongside Dreamcatcher. Like, it was just a dream. But I knew I was awake. But it was awesome. And life can still be awesome. So that's just what I'm gonna do. Yeah, that's what I'll keep telling myself.
We're going to check in on Mus'Jio, who has been having a really rough time lately, trying to decipher the difference between two different timelines. The one he was originally from, and the one that he's currently living in. Mus'Jio actually reached out to his friend Prince Pentala, who is actually Queen Bee, or the Vice Principal Vice, that's her son. They are sitting in Mus'Jio's room, there are papers everywhere. There are poorly drawn images of everybody Mus'Jio could remember, could think of, and they have them sort of arranged in order that might make sense. This is probably taking place after school, right after Mus'Jio had confronted Miranda. Nothing is making sense. I'm getting confused. I don't know what is now, what was then, what is to come, but I have to make sense of it. Don't know why I'm here, but I have a deep feeling I will not get another chance if I mess this up. This is the only chance we get to fix the end. Hey, don't beat yourself up, man. We haven't figured everything out yet. And that's the fun part. This is incredible. The amount of stuff we've already been able to remember is incredible. You're already recovering way faster than anyone has anticipated. So, hey, it's okay. And we're not gonna mess this up. You've got all of us. Mus'Jio nods. It's not a very convincing nod, though. Let's start with what we know. What we know about Timeline A. We'll call it Timeline A, the one that you came from, and then Timeline B, the one that we're currently in. All right, that's good. Having names for them would help. Timeline A. It's pretty much everybody in your class is the focal point of what you're remembering, pretty much. I'm guessing that's because these are the people you are around now, and probably were around then, and anybody you pretty much come in contact with, you tend to have these memory flashes, right? Yes. Only on certain occasions, though. There is one I cannot seem to remember, and I'm deeply worried. Connor is a good friend, a good person. What if I've already messed up? I don't think you've messed up. It might just be harder to remember him, because maybe that much has just changed already. When you started out, you told me you were gonna change everything, good or bad. You were just gonna change every single thing. That way there's no way it could ever happen the same again, right? Yes. Then there's nothing to worry about. Then it's changed. Then he's here now, and if he wasn't there then you've already done good, and that means you've probably saved him. I hadn't thought of it that way, thank you. Let's go down a line quickly. Amari led the battle for Reef, and learned to harness their powers, and basically became a hero, right? Yes, I'd argue it has happened the same, but then you also remembered something bad happened between Amari and Toby, right? Yes, bad, very bad. Toby was bad. Toby learned the truth about his heritage, and did not take it well. Did not have many to rely on. So then Toby's definitely different, which is great. Yes, very good. I do not remember Sam too much. I believe Sam allowed the Tarquin to take over early on. Then we're already doing great, because Sam's only been taken over once, right? Even that was very alarming. Being hopeful is difficult, but I try. And the the thread guy, they currently go by Frey. They haven't gotten there yet, but they will. More than likely be Sterling Thread, eventually. They had suffered greatly in my time. They had failed to save the one they loved. But this time it was different. And Newbie? I believe I was wrong about Newbie. I judged him greatly, based on his path of destruction in Timeline A, but in Timeline B he has changed, and I am grateful. Okay, Saturni and Hopper, it's very hazy. They did something, one of them got hurt. They are not on good terms, and that is still true. Okay, so we have something to work on there. Sylvia was like a ruler in my time. Very malicious. Did anything to get power after learning the truth about... Mus'Jio seems very distant at that point. Don't think on it too hard. It's not gonna happen, so it's just like a bad memory or a bad dream. Stay grounded and remember that you're here. Sylvia's different now. I worry. For obvious reasons. I've not been keeping as close of an eye on that one as I should have. Perhaps that is where I should put my energy. Yes, I agree. Especially if she's after what you said she's after. They circle Sylvia. And then we don't know anything about Connor. Anybody else in your class that you can think of that is important to the timeline? Luffy has already fulfilled her destiny. Caspian has changed completely. I am quite impressed. But Miranda is exactly the same. Miranda is a problem. Yeah, the root one. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, just keep an eye on Sylvia. Don't worry too much about Connor. Don't think we have to worry about Toby. I keep an eye on Sam no matter what. Newbie seems to be trustworthy. And yeah, what are we gonna do about Miranda? I'm not sure. I acted quite rashly. I was angry. I do not like being angry. You're under a lot of stress. It's normal to lash out sometimes. So if you gotta talk, you got plenty of friends here, you know? Yes, it just feels so much like a lonely journey. Because I was sent here alone. But I am grateful for you and the others. The Kenta household is quite famous because it's one of those families that's special to Halcyon because they have revealed their identities and they sort of embrace the hero life, the hero family life, even if it is just a mother and her daughter. Everybody really likes that in Halcyon. They think it's a really cool dynamic. With that, there's constantly people in the house, in and out, in and out, in and out. Reporters, there are interviewers, there are heroes, there are villains. The house is almost never empty. But this is the one time that it was. Luffy had come home, done her homework, jumped around on her bed, listened to music, did her normal kid things, and then she decided to come out to bother Caspian. The Caspian wasn't around. Tsunami stopped Luffy before she could go back upstairs. Luffy, we need to talk.
I don't want to talk.
Luffy, you haven't talked to me since any of this happened.
There's nothing to talk about. Just go upstairs.
No, you're running from your problems. I'm not going to let you. No, you need to sit here and talk to me.
I don't want to talk.
Luffy's already visibly upset. It's not going to make you feel any better. I know you feel guilty about what happened. And it's not your fault. It's my fault. I pushed you so hard. Please, just talk to me.
No. It's my fault. I should have listened. I just thought everybody was acting so stupid. And that I could do it all by myself. And I did. I did it. But I'm not happy. I'm not proud. I almost destroyed the city. Because I didn't know what I was doing. I just feel so helpless. And stupid. I just wish I would have listened.
Luffy, you're not stupid, and you're certainly not helpless. Look at what you were able to do. You did what I could never do. You're going to be so much more of a hero than I am.
I don't think heroes do what I do.
Tsunami looked shocked.
I don't know what I want to do. Hero stuff is so much work, and I just don't feel like I'm good at it, and I just want to do something else.
Tsunami's face sort of falls. I know. I've known for a while. You and heroism, you've always had a hard time, but you still have a natural talent for it. I just pushed you because I thought you could help the world in ways I couldn't, and you already have so much. But if you're not happy, then I have been talking to your parents.
Oh, yeah? How are they?
They're alright. They miss you. A lot. But I have been speaking to them. I was actually wondering if you wanted to go back. Luffy had not considered that before.
Going back to my birth parents? Going back to the Joshua?
Yes, it's possible. If you're not happy here, maybe you could be happy there. Tsunami takes her hand into hers. Maybe that's where you belong. Maybe it was wrong to try and bring you here.
I don't want to leave my friends, and I love school. I love Halcyon. I've always loved Halcyon.
Well, it's your choice. I just want you to know.
Okay.
Ava and Chikon love you very much, and at least I believe a visit is in order.
I would love to visit them! I have to bring Caspian, though.
Of course, obviously, yes. It would be good for both of you to visit, I believe.
Okay, I have a new teacher, so I'm not sure if I have extra homework this weekend. I don't know if we're ever gonna have homework ever again. She seems really fun, but I would like to go maybe this weekend.
Alright, that sounds like a plan. Thank you for talking.
Yes. Thanks for talking too.
We are taken to our next scene, which is Raven being picked up from school. Raven's mother is actually in the car. They're both sort of upset. Raven was picked up for a not good reason on the account of deliberately not partaking in classroom activities and having gotten into an argument with the new teacher, was sent home. So Raven's in a bit of trouble, sitting in the back of the car, sort of her wings tucked all around her. Look, I know you're mad. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. Raven, Malia, this is the third school we have tried. The third one. I know. I don't care. I thought I made it clear I don't care. I don't want to go to school. I don't want to go to villain reformation school. I don't want to go to villain school. I don't want to go to hero school. I don't want to go to normal school. I hate school. Everybody goes to school, Malia. We are not taking you out of school. It's important. It teaches you things that your father and I cannot. You can go out there and you can make friends. You can maybe find your passion. It's not to make you miserable. It's supposed to be a good experience. It's supposed to be the time of your life. Well, it's not. I don't know what I want. All Dad cares about is his stupid mission. Like, what, if I do good in school, he doesn't care. He hates me. He hates me because I can't choose a side. Oh, honey, I don't like getting in the middle of all this. Your father's being too harsh, and I'll talk to him. You always talk to him. You always have to talk to him for me. So stupid. Why doesn't he just talk to me? I know he's mad because I took the artifact, but I had to. He's being an idiot. Doesn't he care that he could hurt me and you? Like, okay, being a villain is like fun sometimes. It's like freeing, but it's not right all the time. I know, Katie, I know. I wish your father could see that. Maybe you should talk to him, even if he won't listen. I've tried, and I'm not his Raven, you know? Yeah, whatever. Caspian is in trouble! He had been ignoring a distress call pretty much the entire time Sam had unleashed the Tarquin at the Brightside pool. The scene is at the very front desk of the Archipelago, as if they couldn't wait for Caspian to get into the door before scolding him. Tsunami is present with Red Spark, and Red Spark is holding an artifact, and Red Spark looks angry. Tsunami looks disappointed. Caspian is confused. What's going on? Why are there more of those things? I thought we got rid of them all. Yeah, we thought so too. Great. Sorry, something was happening at school and I couldn't make it. It was important hero stuff, honestly. Yeah, for once, Caspian definitely takes a step back. Look, we're not upset that you missed the call. What's the problem? You're clearly mad. What, was I just supposed to appear out of thin air and get the artifact from the bad guys? I don't think you're remembering that I don't have powers. It's not that easy for me. I do what I can, but I'm not like you. And that's good, Tsunami says, stepping forward and taking Caspian's hand. It's so good that you're not like us. Clearly, this is out of our control. Clearly, this isn't working. She faces Red Spark. If we can't work together, this is not going to work at all. Cosmo's been busy, and that's just letting us fall apart? Red Spark, are you our leader? Or is Cosmo our leader? I don't think it matters who leads. We have to take action. Someone's out there. Someone's replicating these things. Someone's trying to start the apocalypse again. The one that we contained last week? We can't just sit by. We can't just be idle. We can't miss calls. We can't make excuses. We can't wait for a leader. We go now. Then what do you suggest? These artifacts have faults. I don't think they'll ever really work. I can't sense any spirits inside, and the ones that have been reported, well, that Whiplash has been bringing back, have been empty. Either something happened during that fight, spirits can't get back in, and these are just rendered useless, or someone's making fake, or some reason, and we need to stop it. Either way, these need to be destroyed. They're dangerous. So, Caspian, if you know anything, you need to tell us now. Caspian's face just, deer in headlights, just falls apart when he realizes what they're exactly asking him to do. Gets his composure back and sort of rips his hand out of Tsunami's and faces away from them. There's nothing you need to know. We are at Kifah's house. Kifah lives with her aunt. She comes in through the front door looking quite glum. This is taking place right after the Dungeons and Drive-Ins incident. What Connor had said is really getting to Kifah. She looks down at her phone. She looks at this selfie she took with Connor, and she just thinks really hard about it. How Connor didn't have to even think about his pose, didn't have to think about making sure his hair wasn't disheveled. Connor just didn't have to think about the things that Kifah did. Sits down at the kitchen table, puts her phone face down, and just stares into the house, realizing
She never really does. She never really appreciates the details, the little things her parents left behind. Hey, you look rough. What's going on? Oh, just dumb Brightside Institution for the Gifted drama, I guess.
No. Drama. High school drama. Tell me all about it. I'm sure it's very entertaining.
No, it's actually kind of dumb and boring.
Oh, okay. Keep your secrets. Dinner will be done soon. I'll leave you to your sulking.
Actually, yeah. I probably should talk about this. Kifah, you can't cry. I know. Trying not to. It's just really hard. Just be careful. You can tell me whatever you need to tell me. Just be very careful. Okay, yeah. Can we not talk about stupid robot things? It's not helping. So I've been thinking, like, I know I've been doing this pretty much my whole life. I've done the star thing. I've been a hero. I've been a villain. I just can't help but to feel like I've hit a wall. What happens now? I've done what they say I never could do. They thought I was just a goody two-shoes little Cupid kid. I was adorable. I fought crime. I was, perfect. And then I ruined it. And they loved it. They loved watching me fall apart. And I find that kind of sickening. And now they just keep demanding more and more of me. They want to see me hurt people. They want to see me really do bad things. And I honestly don't think I can. I don't think that's who I am. I don't think even who I was is who I am. I don't know. I talked to... I don't know if they're my friend. I don't know who they are. They're just kind of ugly and gross. But I talked to someone and it just made me realize how different I am. How different my life is. And how fake it is. I don't want to stop. This is... You're gonna have to talk to your agent. I don't like to get in the middle of it, This is all you. Of course. Yep. Talk to the agent. Talk to somebody else, an advisor, somebody who has control over me. Yep. I thought you would understand. I thought you would have something else to say. I don't know what I expected. You're just as fake as I am. Kifah, you and I both know Mom and Dad wanted this for me. I don't know if I do. I don't know if I want to be famous anymore. Raji is in a place that is known to very few in Halcyon. Somewhere deep underground. An underground society of villains. It is like an underground city. It's all loud. It's all bright. Busy. Everything underneath Halcyon. It is like a perpetual night where villains thrive. She pushes open a door to a familiar building, and inside are her friends, a bunch of other Kita. They all welcome her. She sits down at a table. They just sit and talk. They typically do this every weekend, but nobody knows about Raji's other life, where she goes to Brightside, where she's trying to make a better life for herself, where she's not a villain. So here, she keeps up the facade. You really put Halcyon through the ringer with that one! I'm so impressed! Mildly jealous, but mostly impressed. Yeah, it was pretty rad, but Rex is taking all of the credit, of course. Oh, yeah, she's been through here. What has she been saying? Oh, exactly what you said, taking all the credit. Saying that you sat by and did nothing. I wasn't sitting by doing nothing. Why is she always out to just slander my name? Another one of Raji's friends, Belzy, speaks up. Yeah, like that one time when she tried to convince us that you had gone rogue. Yeah, that one time. I was out there, and I found something really interesting. Everybody leans in. What, you think I'm just gonna share? Come on, pay up. They actually do. During the battle, I went down to my dad's lab, and turns out he has some old recordings with his boss, and a couple of others. It was really strange. It was like he had gone rogue, or something. He was dressed in this amazing armor. He had a sword, like he was ready to fight. He was teaming up with heroes and villains. It was a weird mix. Who exactly?
I don't know if I can say, but I guess I can tell you. She says as she now gets more money in her hand. Looked like Gladius was teaming up with Killswitch, Enigma, and Dr. Cosmo. Everyone at the table looked shocked.
What? You mean to tell me Dr. Cosmo is in with the villains?
Well, maybe. It's kind of hard to tell. The files were all corrupted and stuff, but I don't know. They seemed like they were trying to stop the attack on Halcyon. I just thought it was weird. That's where I was. That's why it seemed like I wasn't doing anything. I was trying to figure out just what the hell was going on and why them? Yeah, why them? Gladius doesn't really team up with anybody, especially like Killswitch and Enigma. They're like on different levels. That's kind of weird. I'm a little worried. What if Rex knows something I don't, and what if my dad did go rogue? Hey, I don't think so. Your dad was an amazing villain. I don't think that happened. Thanks. It's just a lot to think about. Get over it, you baby. Ket sort of like hits the table real hard, kicking up his feet. You know, at least you've got somebody to cry over. Good or bad. Yeah, I guess you got a point. Well, I should probably find my sister. I have a lot to tell her. Oh boy, it's time to check in on Miranda. I'm sure everybody's curious about what she's doing. Miranda is actually in her room at Root, typing away on her computer. Looks like she's actually working on school assignments. In the background, it looks like she was trying to work on some sort of robotics project, but is failing miserably. So she gave up on that and is now working on her computer when she gets a call from the piece of tech in her ear. You've reached Red Sparrow. How may I be of service? The voice that comes through is obnoxious.
Yes, Red Sparrow. It has been a while since you have checked in.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've got a lot of work to do, to say the least. School is kind of kicking my butt, and I'm trying to learn robotics overnight, and it's not working out too well. Got any, I don't know, tips? Anybody that can maybe help me build a robot?
You're capable. You're just not trying hard enough. Anyways, how is our mission going? We gotten any intel on our favorite little raccoon subject?
Not really. I honestly have some bad news to report. Someone's on to me.
Oh, that's unfortunate. If you leave us with the name and all information you have on who may have compromised your position, we can see to it.
Everybody kind of thinks this alien is crazy. He's pinning people to these alternative versions of themselves, and he can't figure out what day it is, and he's just unstable. I'm sure I can use that to my advantage. Don't worry, I don't need help with that. What I need help with is building this stupid robot. And also, homework help too would be nice.
Well, we can't have you falling behind in grades. That would be very suspicious. Our star student, Miranda Ridgway, you must keep up your good work, especially in the classroom. So yes, I will send somebody to aid you in both of your escapades, but if you have any more issues with the alien, do let us know. We wouldn't want anything to get in the way of this mission.
Yes, I will be sure to do that. Boyd, thank you. A bit of a lighter scene for you. Saturni is having a strange time one evening at Hive. As the evening comes more to a close, Saturni becomes more and more awake. He is more nocturnal, but is still sipping coffee because Saturni has a coffee problem. Making his way back to his room, hears a faint ringing. Saturni's senses are pretty much on overdrive when it comes to hearing, almost ultrasonic. But Saturni is picking up something far different. Extraterrestrial, maybe? It's a voice. A voice comes through.
Coming soon?
Saturni shakes his head. Oh, hello? Saturni's looking around. Nobody is there. Oh no. I knew this place was haunted! Mus'Jio! Saturni flies into Mus'Jio's room, is just sitting there on his bed, listening to music, before Saturni goes flying in and crashes straight into him, knocks him onto the floor. There's a whole thing. There's a ghost in the hallway, and I heard it, and it's really creepy. Mus'Jio is holding Saturni now, bridal style, puts a finger to Saturni's mouth to stop him. Saturni, is everything alright?
I heard something. I don't know if it was a ghost. It sounded like a ghost. It could have been a ghost. I don't know.
A ghost? Perhaps we can ask Amari to see if there is a ghost in Hive?
I don't know if it was here, though. It could have been really far away. It couldn't be at Hive. No, it's not a Hive. It definitely wasn't close enough. It would have been really loud if it was here.
Hearing voices in your head is not good, typically. Take it from Sam. I'm not quite sure what to do, Saturni.
Oh no. Maybe I've been drinking too much coffee. Mercury was right! Oh!
Saturni looks like he's gonna cry, and Mus'Jio has panicked. Just, no, don't. It's okay. I don't think the coffee is making you hear voices. You require rest, and you have not been resting.
Yeah, it's hard to rest when Mercury's so beat up. I'm just so worried about her. She's just so cool. So I've been staying with her as much as I can, and when I'm not, I'm working really hard and trying to do good in school, but also learn how to be a hero, just like her.
Mus'Jio puts a hand on Saturni's shoulder. You are working too hard.
I'm working too hard?
Yes, you are working too hard.
Oh, okay. So maybe you're right. Now what am I gonna do? What do I do if I'm not working hard?
I'm not sure. What do Saturnis usually do when they are not working hard?
I really liked it when we went dancing that one time. Dancing was a lot of fun.
Yes, it was an interesting experience. What is this ritual of dance? I am very confused by it.
It's really easy. All you do is just move how you feel, or to the music, or both. It's like art where you express yourself.
Oh, expressing yourself, yes. That is why it must be difficult for me.
So do you want to try?
No. Mus'Jio shrinks. I do not want to try.
I think it's really neat. I like earth music. It's different from Ilaria, but it's still fun. So dance with me?
It is different.
Different is good. So try something different. It'll help me, so I can have some fun. And not hear scary little girl voices in my head.
Alright. Old tunes begin to fill the room as Saturni begins to waltz around a little silly, and the two dance poorly. We're actually going to check in on Wyatt and Josie. We are at the Archipelago once again. This is where they are currently staying, because Cosmo typically stays at the Archipelago. How was school?
Oh, it was amazing! We got to show off all of our powers today in class, and I was like, pow, pow, pow! And then I shot my arm across and I beat up another robot, and I feel a little strange about it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so they got you beating up bots already. That's cool. Earth school's kind of weird. But you're having fun?
Like the most fun I've ever had. I feel like I'm making friends too. I finally have friends, and they are strange.
That's great, bro. I'm happy to hear it. What's the matter? Nothing. I'm good. It's just I'm trying to unravel some of Dad's stuff still. Don't tell him.
Your secret is safe with me.
Thanks, Wyatt. Yeah, I'm just worried, because I'm starting to learn more about these corruption stones and what they can do and how they even end up the way they do. Dad had to have overused one of them for it to become corrupted. And it's like, what was he using it for? What would cause him to do that? I'm a little scared. I don't know if I can trust him right now.
Yeah, that's understandable, I guess. I'm just happy he's back, you know? I really missed him. I was so worried that we'd literally never see him again. But you can't be mad at him forever. You can't keep doing this forever.
Did you not just say you were just on my side with this?
I am! I'm definitely on your side! I don't want you to fight.
I'm not fighting with him. He doesn't even know what I'm doing. He doesn't even know that I know all of this. Maybe he's not as good as we think. Maybe Cosmo's hiding something.
Dr. Cosmo? Hiding something? Oh, what an adventure that would be to figure it all out. Well, if there's anyone who is smart enough to do it, it's you.
Yeah, an adventure, sure, thanks.
So, how are you doing?
Being here on Earth and being far away from Vitopia and all of its dustiness. I miss it a lot. I miss the dustiness. I like the beach. It's really Nice. Yeah! I've never seen so much water before! I know. You, like, totally take it for granted. It's amazing. Other than that, I miss my friends a lot. But there's no way I was gonna let you go here all by yourself. There's no way I would separate us. I don't think I could do it. And besides, it's only for a little while, right? Yes, it is long enough for me to get my education as a proper hero of Earth, so that way, when I come back to Phytopia, I can learn to fight crime along Dr. Cosmo! Yes, that. You're already doing a really good job. Keep it up, and maybe we could go back sooner. Yes, but in the meantime, maybe you should make some new friends! I'm making new friends! I couldn't even make friends on Phytopia, but I've made friends on Earth. I am so overjoyed. I think it would make you happy too. Maybe I will. Dr. Luminvol! He finally gets to return home just to check up on things with Cosmo. Look around the home, Will sort of touching the end of the couch, brushing it, feeling distant. It was just so quiet without the kids there. How it must have been quiet without him there. He comes to many conclusions as he ascends the stairs and steps foot into the mess of a lab. He pauses and turns to Cosmo. Just how long was this going on? How long was I gone? It's been a couple of years, Will. Years have passed? No, I'm sorry. I know. It's gonna be hard. It's alright. We found our way back to each other once again. I'll never understand how that keeps happening, but I'm glad. He sort of breaks away to walk towards the desk closest to the window, and the drawer, where the corruption stone once was, is now empty. He quickly turns to Cosmo. Where is it? Where's what? Where is it? The stone! The corruption stone. It was here? It was here the whole time? Yes, it was here. The last thing I remember is it being here. I don't think the kids would come in here. That's good, but it's still gone. And that's bad. It can't be lost. We have to find it. Okay, yes, we'll find it. That'll be one of the many things we have to do, but we will add it on. I just don't want anybody else to go through that. Just when all hope seems lost, a voice breaks through the silence.
Is it really you?
Yes, it's me. I'm back. Where are you?
It's just like before, remember? I'll be wherever you need me to be.
He feels his pocket of his coat become heavy. From within the pocket, he pulls out a brilliant diamond-like white stone. Meanwhile, in the world of Golden Light, this is a few days after the battle for Halcyon. I've seen that power before. I've seen that power before! Where have I seen it? I know I've seen it before. Can't remember. No matter how hard I try! It should be easy. This should be the one thing I can remember. This should be the only thing I can remember. The only thing I can't stop thinking about. I've seen those powers before. Perhaps not her, but her powers. Maybe. She sits up really fast. I need to talk to Oriole. Maybe she'll remember. Time passes and Oriole arrives. They are sitting on stools facing one another in the pile of investigation notes. How can I help? You said it was shadow powers? I've seen it before, but I don't know how. I don't know her, but I know her powers so well, and I don't know why. Well, that child from the battle. Can you describe her to me? Maybe she goes to my school. Yeah, she, darker skin, dark hair, silver eyes. I got a pretty good look at her. I saved her life. Wildly powerful shadow powers. And definitely competitive. Very good at what she does, I'll give her that. Oh. I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I think they go to Brightside. You know, she's one of, Miss Mortis's students. Oh. Miss Mortis. Okay. Good luck to that kid. Well, perhaps it's something Promise showed us. What? Yeah, remember, a while ago, she was working on her clairvoyance. She shared with us some of her prophetic visions. Huh. maybe you got a point. Maybe I'm just getting everything mixed up. I just can't think straight. Feels like the whole world's against me and I'm just trying to do the right thing. We'll figure it out. I hate to ask this of you, but is there any way I could have access to your school's roster? My roster? Why? Because I think the kid that was kidnapped the day Promise died, I think that kid is entirely unique in their powers. So if you could show me the roster, then maybe I could have some other options. Maybe there's some other kids who I've never seen those powers before, and I think you're onto something. Yeah, I'll get with Virtue and I'll see what I can find. I'll be as discreet as I can. You have no reason to help me. You're such a great hero. Thank you. We are taken to Black Crow, who is sitting with a bunch of red moons, an alligator man, and a man who's half alligator. And they're all sitting in a strange underground setting that no one has really seen before. Crow is sort of addressing the group. Why do we keep losing them? The room sort of looks at each other. They know they're in trouble. They don't know what to say because we're not doing it discreetly enough. You sorcerers, making things flashy. Of course, we're gonna get caught a couple of times. They're portals. They're very obvious, very easy to track, but they are fast. That's the advantage. There's as many disadvantages as there are advantages. That's what sorcery's about. Moon's got a point. Doesn't help matters that Root's now sticking their nose everywhere in the bay. Root? Wonder what they're up to. They're probably after the same things we are. That would make sense. They are accomplices of Reef. The last thing we need is another branch of Aegis on our tails. We need to find a different way to transport these artifacts. We cannot let Reef find out. We cannot let Reef find out. We cannot let any of those Aegis organizations find out what we are trying to do. These artifacts are so valuable. There is a hefty fortune in these things. We're missing out on an opportunity of a lifetime if we don't act now. And if we get caught, it's over. You're busy thinking about the money, but we're busy thinking about the state of the city. Imagine if heroes got their hands on that. That technology doesn't belong here. It is not of this earth. Then do your job! Black Crow spreads his wings out. Get the artifacts and do it quietly. Do not get caught again. And with the last of his voice echoing off the cave walls, the scene melts away and we are taken to a very different underground location, but one we are more familiar with. Enigma and Kill Switch's underground base. Enigma's sort of fiddling with a piece of technology, muttering to himself as he's trying to build something, essentially. Killswitch is busy typing away on the computer. They're both sort of quietly working together, when suddenly there's a beeping, a message trying to get through. The little hologram in the center of the room begins blinking at a point where the message is being sent from. It's from Root. What? Enigma sits up quickly. We haven't heard from them in, what, how long? Like, literally years? What do they want? I don't know. It's probably not good. They're probably desperate. Well, patch it through! No, why? How else are we gonna know? Well, fine. Killswitch puts it through. Enigma quickly changes their appearance to hide their identity before the hologram turns into a strangely familiar figure. An annoyingly familiar figure. A short man with obnoxious goggles and a very distinct mustache stands before these two.
Ah, Killswitch and Enigma. It has been quite some time.
What do you want?
Oh, nothing really. Just wanted to check up on you and see how you were doing. How's the family?
You don't get to know.
Man, why are you villains always like this? Alright, well, I have a proposition for you.
What kind of proposition? What could you possibly want from us? Oh, is it about the death ray? Because it's not ready yet, but I'm still working on it.
No. Why is he speaking?
Enigma looks so offended. Killswitch just rubs his temples. Just tell us now, or I'm turning off communications.
You've been quiet recently. A little too quiet. The city's beginning to wonder what happened to the villains that once terrorized them. It's not a good look for you. We need you to go back out there.
I'm sorry, I thought you said this was a proposition. This sounds more like a threat. Yes, we have been quiet. In case you hadn't noticed, the world almost ended.
Oh no, we noticed. We saw. We know.
Killswitch and Enigma look worryingly at each other. We had to do something. If there was no city left, we can't really do our job, can we?
Killswitch, you are just truly the brains behind this operation, I can see. Perhaps I was telling a bit of a lie when I said it was a proposition. In case you had forgotten, you belong to us. So yes, this is a threat. This is an order. You need to go out there. You need to maintain your status. If you do not, there will be consequences beyond your imagination. And not just yours, his.
He points at Enigma again. Ew, that's flattering, but also terrifying. What do you mean? Why are you suddenly targeting us? Don't you have, I don't know, like, somebody else you can send out? We're kind of in the middle of something here.
Halcyon City wants Enigma and Killswitch. Last you were seen was committing heroic acts during the Battle of Halcyon, and you've been quiet since. They need chaos. You will do as Root says, or you will suffer. Is that understood?
There's this pause of panic, and Killswitch just sort of keeps his cool, takes a deep breath. There's been a change of plans.
I'm sorry. A change in whose plans? Certainly not our plans. I don't care what you do. Your plans do not matter to me, but you will not be changing ours.
No. Enigma whips around looking at him, motioning for him to stop. No!
I was afraid you would say that. Quite unfortunate. You were doing so well for yourselves. You and little Toby.
There's such a larger threat here. You have no idea what you're meddling with. If he comes back, it's over. It's over for all of us. I don't think you understand. We're going to do what we have to do. If that involves saving Earth, then so be it. You'll have somewhere where you can wreak havoc when we're done. But you hurt my family. You come between me and my son, it will be you who will be in trouble.
You have until tomorrow. If we do not see results, there will be consequences. That is all. So nice to check in with you.
Before he is able to hang up, Killswitch growls and smashes the computer down. Just completely flattens it with his bare fists. The hologram zips and goes quiet. What are they gonna do, Toby? They're not going to do a damn thing. Checking in with our other gay villain dads, Sylvia's parents, Zane and Aiden. Aiden is still not doing well. Zane sort of sitting on the edge of the bed, the news blabbering on about the Battle of Halcyon and how the robot dinosaurs were defeated and all of the crazy shenanigans the world has been getting up to outside of the four walls that they have been contained in. Sylvia was out there. She did a good job. Saw her on the TV a couple times. It's incredible. I can't believe we're already this far. She was out there in the middle of all of that. Yeah, she was doing great. She was punching stuff and using her powers and was really doing it. She was really out there getting that good field experience. Is she being described as a hero? I don't know. They didn't really focus on her or anything. It was just like she was in the background a couple times. I got really excited, and I'm sorry I made it seem like she was like the star of the show, but to me she was. So I just went a little overboard. But no, they didn't really cover her. I mean, probably nobody really noticed yet. So we have nothing to worry about. I don't know how much longer I can do this scene. Yeah, I know. It might be time to tell her. But what will she think of us? What will she think of me? Can't worry about that. We can't lose you over it. She'll be devastated. I'm sorry, but I'm allowed to be selfish with this. I've lost everything to those... to the heroes. I'm not losing you too. We've got our reputation. What's one more thing gonna do to it? I've been using my powers for so long. I hope I can turn it off. I'm not sure if I remember how. How many years has it been? Like 15 years? Yeah, I'm gonna start slowly giving them their memories back about Shrieking Nightmare. Maybe that'll take some of the strain off of me. Yeah, that would be good. But you're still avoiding the point. We gotta tell Sylvia. She's gonna figure it out eventually. She's a smart little evil genius, and we've made her that way. I know she's gonna figure it out. That might be the one thing I'm not prepared to do. I know. She's our little girl. She'll probably honestly think it's the coolest thing that's ever happened to her. Knowing her and her spirit, just like her dad. Yeah, I sure hope you're talking about you, because I would be mad. Yeah, you're always mad. Yeah, maybe when you let up on this stuff, maybe you won't be so grumpy anymore. Maybe we could go back to having fun again. Yeah. Maybe. Maybe for old time's sake we can go out there and, I don't know, steal a candy bar or something. I feel like we're just making ourselves out to be so much older than we actually are, you know? I feel like we called it off way too early. We had to. We didn't know when I would be like this, but we knew it would come. We know what to do now. So you just do your mind thing, and I'll work on figuring out a way to talk to her if you want. If you think that would help. No, don't talk to her. She's not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. She doesn't have to know. Okay. If you're not ready yet, then that's okay. I'll just keep her busy. Thanks for dealing with me being all dead, grumpy all the time. It's worth it. We're gonna finish it off with a scene from our beloved Phaeoss. In a strange, dark, mysterious realm. Phaeoss is sitting in a scary looking stone throne. Legs crossed, fingers tapping on the edges of the arms of the chair. Scary, supervillain looking stuff. Chair is floating in the middle of scary galaxy. Below them is checkered flooring with a bunch of pawns. Phaeoss is definitely playing a game.
Things are getting very interesting for this timeline. Very interesting. Lots of fun. So much drama. So much suspense. They're looking everywhere for them. They're seeking my gemstones. For power. Playing this dangerous game. Should I sell it? For a fortune? Should I use it to obtain a superhuman strength? Or should I destroy it because I'm frightened? Oh, the suspense. All of the choices are up to them. All the pawns are in place. All except one. But don't worry, you'll be arriving soon. You cannot resist the urge. There's something about Earth. Soon, they will all arrive. And when they do, I will be back for them. But until then, I'm having way too much fun. And things have started to get a little boring. I think it's time for me to have a little more fun. Oh, let's see. I've been contemplating which one to add into the game. I think this one will do just fine. It's something they're not suspecting. It's been there the whole time. It seems a little corny, a little classic, maybe a bit predictable. But that's good. I want them to think things are getting easier, because it's not. It won't be. It'll never be easy. No, not as long as I'm around. I'm having so much fun.
We're gonna be going outside. We're gonna have a little bit of a field day. So we have the Knight Brigade, and then we have the better team. On my mark, go!
I'm casting a portal beneath myself and then the other into the goal.
Lucy.
Cricket!
Sam goes into the goal with the ball. My name is Golden Light. I'm doing an investigation, and I just need you to answer some questions.
I'm coming soon.